Hey guys, it's Doc and I'm excited today because I get to create my grub killing video and my armyworm killing video and the same broadcast because I got a really cool product for you that I'm going to tell you about, so hold on one sec. Hey guys, this is kind of unique because I'm going to take this video and I'm going to split it off in two different directions here in a minute. I'm going to use some of the same footage for both the grub killing video and the armyworm killing video. So depending on where you need to go, I'm going to have pages in the description down below. And this is very, very important. In the description down below, if you're watching a grub killing video, there'll be a description to a specific page, how to use this product for grubs. If you're watching the armyworm video, there'll be a link to a page specifically how to use this for armyworms. So understand what I'm trying to do here. This is the same product. It's effective on both, which is unusual. But I've got to break the video off in two different parts. So first, what is the product? I call it Duo Kill. There's a link to the product down below. It's one of the only products that actually is over-under. So it kills bugs on top of the surface and down below, which is very unusual. Very unusual to find a product that can do that effectively and kill grubs. What are the two chemicals used? Bifenthrin is one of them, which you know is Towstar, and the other one is Carbaryl, which is the old 7. Remember old 7? So those two are the primary ingredients in this, or chemicals in this, and wonderful, wonderful products, and it's nice to be able to have them in this technology. Now, what's the technology? The technology is patented by Anderson's, and it's the DG technology. This DG technology means dispersible granule. Every single one of these tiny, tiny little pellets, once the water hits it, breaks down into thousands of other little particles. That's the key to this. It disperses. They kind of call it the liquid granular because it gives you such good coverage. Using that DG technology, you got to understand there's a certain way that I like to apply it personally, and I'm going to show you. So here's where I'm going to split off. I'm going to split off, and I'm going to go grub one video, armyworm one video, and then we'll come back. So hold on one second. So that you can better understand how these particles work, and so you can sort of visualize what you're doing when you put them down, I've got some footage I shot yesterday in the garage where I take some of these particles, I put them in a bowl, I wet it, and I let it sit for about 3 minutes, and then I come back and show you what happens to these particles. So let me go to that footage real quick. All right, so let me try and explain to you how these DG particles work real quick. I'm just going to put some in a bowl. Put a few of them in a bowl here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the particles get wet. So I'm just going to wet the particles, and as soon as the particles are wet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drain the water out. You can see that there's already chemicals being released from these wet particles. So the particles themselves will start to disintegrate. So I'm going to let this sit for about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to come back. So I put my particles on my yard. I've wet them, and I'm going to let them sit for a few minutes, and then I'm going to come back, and what I like to do is respray them. So let me show you what happens. So now my particles have been sitting here for about 4 minutes. So now let's just add a touch of water here, and you can see what happens. They basically just, I say they explode, but they basically just dissolve. They dissolve into thousands and thousands of pieces within minutes. So here's what I like to do. I like to put it on my lawn and wet it, and then wait a few minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, wait about 10 minutes, and come back and respray it. And now you have this total coverage all over the ground. All right, so let's talk about grubs. If you do have grubs, grubs are under your soil, they eat the roots, they do not come up to the surface, so you need to kill them. You need something that'll reach them subsurface and get through the organic matter. We learned last year that a lot of these products actually get hung up in the organic matter and don't reach down in the soil. We learned that last year. I made a mistake on a product that was listed for grubs and it didn't kill grubs. This product will, and I've been waiting for 6 months for this stupid product, and it's finally up. Again, I had them package this in the 18-pound bags and list it on Amazon because it's a professional grade product and I want it available for you guys. So the grubs, we have to have something that'll get down below. So here's how you apply this. And again, in the description below, specific directions how to do this. The easy way to do this is put this out 4 pounds per 1,000 square feet. And when you know you got a rain coming in, just put it out before rain, because you need to water it in. If you're not going to have any rain come in, and if you need this to get out and kill grubs right away, here's how you're going to do this. Put it out, wet it, turn on your irrigation system or wet it, wait about 20 minutes. By that 10 minutes, 10-20 minutes later, these particles are going to be completely just gone. They're going to disintegrate. Then what I do, then you start your inner watering process. Remember, they always say that 1/2 inch of water needs to go to get this stuff down to the grubs, and 1/2 inch of water on your lawn is a lot of water. That's why I say if you can put it down before rain, put it down before rain, because you're going to have to really water it in to get it down to the grubs. So that's how you're going to do it for grubs. You got to put it out. I like to, for me personally, you just put it right out before rain. That's fine. But if I need immediate action, I'm going to put it out. I'm going to wet it a little bit, wait a few minutes, and then come back with my soaking water. All right, so that's how we treat for grubs. Again, you got to get it down into the soil. Now, you only treat for grubs when you know you have active grubs. There are certain life cycles that you have to understand about grubs. Usually very early spring is one time that you can kill them, and then usually late summer is also when you can attack the grubs. When they're in their different stages, you really can't kill them. Remember, grubs typically become beetles. Japanese beetles, there are a bunch of different beetles. And everyone has grubs in their lawn, and they're usually not a bad problem. But when you start to get damage from grubs, that's when you need to treat it. Remember guys, make sure that you go to the description down below. Now if you go to the page and you click on the product, I want you to remember something. I want you to remember that if it shows on Amazon currently available, it'll be back in stock, because this stuff, just like the Super Juice sold out, and it was still not back in stock. It takes about 10 days for this stuff to get back in stock, so just come back and check. This stuff is going to sell out pretty quick. So anyways guys, like I said, 18-pound bags. You can put it up in the cabinet, store it for when you need it. It's a great product. Talk to you later. Doc.